Zero to Crypto here. Welcome back to another episode. This video is not financial advice. Instead, is to track my personal journey. Thank you for joining me. Good afternoon and welcome back. If this is your first time here, Zero to Crypto, hello. I really do appreciate you swinging in to hear what I got to say. If you're returning, hit that like on the way in. As you know, it does help get this video out to more good folks just like yourself. And I really do appreciate that, guys. I cannot thank you enough for coming on this journey with me. I know my delivery is not always the best, and I get jumbled up with my words quite often. I am new to the crypto space, just about 9-10 months into the space. Also, have only been doing these YouTube videos for a couple of months now, and really just had no experience prior to that with doing the videos. And I find it, very rewarding, and I'm learning a lot. Very much so. And I, even more so, the more that I learn, the more that I want to share, and it just kind of, the cycle just continues. But it's really, I'm doing this just to let you guys know, this is to help anyone out there, spare anyone. I'm doing this to also help grow my knowledge base. The more I understand about crypto, obviously, the more I'm going to make financially, understanding crypto as a whole. And really, to be honest with you, for quite a while, I was investing in the stock market for about a year, almost a year and a half. I guess that's not really quite a while, but it is quite a while for me, considering I had not really invested prior to that. And I was really nervous about crypto. I can tell you from the outside looking in, from someone who really had no experience in the market, it really made me nervous. And I watched from the sidelines in 2020 and 2021, and then kind of got tired of watching. Of course, as I've mentioned to you before, the market movers and these, market manipulators, in some sense of the word, there are market manipulators, and or in some aspects, I guess is probably a better word to use. And as I bought in, of course, that was the hype of the crypto last year. So it just goes to show you, it's not always, you can't always time the markets out, but hindsight, if I could get in, I would prefer to get in now. But of course, I could say that now, and I could say, man, I'd really love to get in now, but what if the market's dropped another 30 or 40%? It's likely that it's not going to happen, but it could. Then the next people would be going, oh, or you would be going, oh, if I could get in, I would prefer to get in now, now with these dips. So the point I'm trying to make overall is, if you get in with a good asset, a good project, and the long term, or like one of the top, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, they're just good projects. Ethereum is not going anywhere. I mean, Ethereum has got some issues right now, but they're not going anywhere. And the trajectory overall for the crypto space and the adoption is up. That's exactly what my video is going to be about today. Is Fidelity offers Bitcoin as 401k investment option, and this article is, I think it's yesterday on the 26th of April. It was published via Investopedia, and this is just going to show you what I'm trying to refer to as getting in now, picking your asset, not putting in any more than you need now. And what I mean by that, the money you can put in to invest long term, you don't need it. If you pick good projects and less riskier assets, you're not, some of these coins down here, I mean, you could really lose your bottom, because the market caps are extremely low. You get down in here, I mean, this is the top 100 cryptos, but you get down in here into some of these cryptos, who knows what these projects are about, or if they're going to be around. Market cap only $1 or $2 billion, or if you get down even further, the market caps go into, the millions, just tens of millions, and the rug could be pulled out really overnight, and you could lose a lot of your investment. However, if you pick one of these top 10, 5 cryptos, you're not gonna lose all your money. You're going to have dips, but you're really, there's a lot of scams out there. You just got to pick wisely. You got to do your due diligence, folks. But when you do that, any price you get in at, if you look at the adoption, where we're headed, the adoption curve, and where we are in crypto just as a whole with DeFi, these prices, are all good prices compared to where we're going. Now, if you're trying to make money in the short term, there's a lot more that goes into that. So I won't, so that, like I said, you have to do your due diligence in the asset and understand how it moves and the project and, as far as and where it falls on that adoption curve. And then you have to ask yourself, does it match up with your investment strategy? So I will read a little bit of this, and I will also put the link in the description. But Fidelity has 11.3 trillion assets under administration, and it's just amazing. Fidelity will offer Bitcoin as an investment option in 401k, and I think it says something down here like 20%. Yeah, how much participants plan to put into Bitcoin will be determined by their employers, but a maximum of 20% is likely. And, like I said, how can you consider that Bitcoin is going anywhere? It's a bubble. It's going to burst. It's a scam, crypto in general. When you have 401k investment options, Fidelity, Bitcoin, crypto is not going anywhere, guys. You need to educate yourself, learn, and be ahead, and be, ahead of, a lot of the adoption curve. I mean, you don't want to get left behind, guys. You don't want to get left behind. And I'm going to show you this really a small clip here. This is expectation-wise for the June Hard Fork Combinator event with Cardano. And you guys know I'm heavily invested in Cardano and really believe in their projects and just can't, I always refer to people to Cardano.org. I can never say enough about them. If you haven't done your due diligence on Cardano, I could go on for days. However, this is just about reasonable expectations with the Hard Fork Combinator event this June, and then also the Hydra implementation for 2023. The majority of that is going to be in 2023. And there's some misinformation out there, and I just want to set the record straight on both for both aspects for this year and for 2023 with this small clip here from Charles Hoskinson.
Hey, Charles, what is the importance of Hydra for Cardano to scale on a global level? So what's ended up happening is a lot of people in the Cardano community and outside of the Cardano community are looking at Hydra as this panacea that was like, it's like when Jesus was born, BC and AD, before Christ, after Christ. No, it's not like that. We have pipelining and important endorsers and a lot of optimization. That plus improvements in the way that applications are developed will massively scale Cardano, at a scale of 100x or something like that from where we're at today. So that's good enough for the load that we're looking at on the network. Then you have sidechains come, and that means a lot of traffic gets pushed into other domains, computation layers. By the way, Cardano can be a computation layer of itself. So that's one way that we can shard and scale. So that is great. And there's all kinds of things that can be done to improve throughput and constrain it not as a consensus problem, but a network problem. When you look at Hydra or rollups, that's saying for particular patterns of use, micropayments or things that can be batched and bundled together, NFT airdrops, whatever it is, some DEX logic, you can do those things with a different network, a layer 2 or technique. And the advantage there is only a small representation of all of that traffic ends up on mainnet. So instead of trying to improve your overall throughput, you now have a situation where you get additional throughput through a different network. And that potentially has a chance to scale near infinitely for those classes of transactions, tipping, microtransactions, airdrops, these types of things. So Hydra is churning away, and we're in the theory stage and applied cryptography and applied research stage. And we're coming up with all kinds of interesting questions, and we're chipping at those questions quickly, updating, modernizing, doing things to Cardano to make it a better fit and integrate Hydra. So Hydra is a great 2023 technology, which is going to substantially chip away at certain use cases and make them a lot easier for our network to handle. Rollups will do the same. Sidechains will do the same. In the meantime, 2022, this year, as part of the Bashu agenda, we have pipelining and we have input endorsers. And that is where you're going to see the most significant gains in throughput. And really, it's going to take us to a point where the network will be able to handle what's added, regardless of how many dApps people throw on.
Regardless of how many dApps people throw on, guys, and that's exactly what I was explaining to you before. Is there's over 1,000 different, decentralized apps, and they're all, some of them are. We only have 10 live, and the hard fork combinator event, there's going to be many, 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 many coming online during that time, and with the June hard fork combinator event, as you heard from Charles Hoskinson, the Cardano is going to have no problem scaling for that. And also, we're the most used blockchain for smart contract capability. $27 billion adjusted transaction volume, only $34,000 in fees, while Ethereum had $5.6 billion and $13.5 million in fees. Once this hard fork combinator events comes to pass, and also with the interoperability and scalability with this cross-chain interoperability, this is a new partner with Wanchain. Also, I'll leave the link in the description. There's also DC Spark, and this is Mokamada, and this was the first high quality blockchain bridge. And why this is important is because it brings the projects, or the developers can develop from Ethereum and bring their projects over to the Cardano blockchain seamlessly. There's different languages for different, Solidity is the program language in Ethereum, and Haskell via Cardano. So these bridges, help the developers and the programmers seamlessly come from one blockchain to the next. And once this happens, once we're proven in June, I just have a feeling the floodgates will open, and the rest is going to be history. I will, also remind you guys, Cardano, is very much so on discount. And like I told you guys before, if I could do it all over again, of course, hindsight is always 2020. These prices are phenomenal, 80, 90 cents. And the divergence is, excuse me, I'll just read this. It's the increased number of Cardano holders suggests the overall growth of the network despite the questionable market performance. The divergence between market and fundamental factors may be a reassuring factor for long-term holders of Cardano, as the market performance of the asset usually catches up with the growth of the projects. And that's not just saying for Cardano. That's all, this happens a lot, folks. And this is just an example. If you guys couldn't see that picture, it was just showing the addresses and, how many, there's 423 addresses with over 10 million. And 2,400 addresses with over 1 million. These are individuals like you and I. There's a lot of people investing in Cardano, and there's a lot of whales in Cardano that are they don't just have their money here for for any old reason, and with also staking. And that's kind of what I was looking for. I got mumbo jumbled because I was looking for my tab and I didn't have it open there. But that's staking. 33,485,000,000 Cardano, circulating supply of Cardano, 73.9% staked on the network. And that's, when you're looking at these big whales and these folks that have these huge amounts of Cardano, they're staking. And that's what I do. And, you're making, anywhere from 4 to 5.5 usual % paid out every 5 days per epoch or epoch, however you want to say that. if you guys found this video helpful, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Comment below if you have any questions, or, if you have an asset you would like me to cover on an upcoming video. I have no problem doing that, guys. I will be putting out some really good content I've been working on, and I'm kind of just trying to figure out how to lay it out for you guys so it's most useful. But I appreciate your patience, guys. Thanks. Have a great day and be safe out there.